All right, welcome in. Hit the notifications, subscribe, review, blah, 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 all that crap, right? Now, with that being said, week 3 is over, and I told you guys, that I would be better. Look, last week, we had a record. Let me pull this up here. Let me make sure I'm right. Last week, we had a record of 5-11. Horrible, awful. Bankroll is gone, depleted. This week, I was 8-3 on the NFL. My props went 2-1 because T Higgins can't get two toes in apparently. But with that being said, I was listening back because my podcast, the record sheet kind of got deleted. I don't know how. So I was going back and I was listening to me talk. But like anything that wasn't Titans related or I guess Bengals, I was predicting the future. It was crazy. It's the best week of betting I'm gonna have. Like I won't go 8-3 every week. I can just tell you that right now. I will not go 8-3 every week. So, we bounced back. We're now 13-14, which we went from 5-11 to basically 500. So I will take that. All right, it's gonna be better. I'm not a huge fan of this week's card, but with that being said, a lot of good things, a lot of positives out of our bets. Right. I want to talk about my favorite and my least favorite bets here. I can tell you, we are gonna bet Steelers under every single week. Every week we are gonna be betting Steelers under 35.5. Not a doubt, not a doubt at all. I mean, like I even gave you guys a stat. Like between those two teams, there was 2 touchdowns. They scored 2 touchdowns this entire year. I mean, it's only 2 weeks, but like with that, like Herbert, bad ankle, didn't finish the game. No surprise there, right? So. I like that bet and the Vikings plus 1.5. I thought that was really good. I was a little scared. I was very scared of that, but at the same time, it's like when that line looks funky, because again, it drunk people to the sports book. I get the Texans and the Vikings are like Sam Darnold, and I'm only laying 2 points. Like stuff happens. I can't explain it. I really don't. I don't understand. Like look and. Like we're gonna talk about it later. I'm gonna do my we're gonna do a new little segment. The booms or dooms. But with that being said, I mean like Brian Flores, like that he's got the defense playing legit, and I don't understand because I've never heard of these people before. I don't get it. But I mean, hey, whatever. You have no Dallas Turner too, and you did it with no Dallas Turner. So those are my favorite bets. And my other one, I will say, while mentioning it, is that Bears under. I called that from the get-go, and like as soon as I was watching that game, and I'm like, yep, I capped that really well. 2 rookie quarterbacks. Bears defense is good. Richardson, what are we? Oh, he threw. I was at work, and I'm a server, right? So I'm at work, just staring at the TVs, and I watched Anthony Richardson throw one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Rolling in the end zone on the 5-yard line, rolls out to the left and just hooks it up to like 8 Bears defenders. I'm like, what are we doing? I just don't understand. I don't understand what's even going through his mind when he's doing that. But either way, Caleb looked uncomfortable. They couldn't run the ball. That comeback was almost the Colts were begging the Bears to win that game and they just couldn't. They just would not win the game for them. So, the only bad bets I had, I guess the regrettable ones, is Titans. We can't bet Will Levis anymore until he gets benched, and that's when I will bet. That's when I will bet the Titans is when he gets benched. But dude, he is a liability to this Titans defense, to this Titans team in general. Like has he thrown a pick six every single week? Because I think he has. He is a turnover machine. Like whether it's a fumble six, whether it's a pick six, Titans game. Let me see. Because I know he threw a pick six right to Jair. Like just gifted him a pick. Let's see if it did he throw a pick in the Jets game? I want to say no, but he threw a pick. But my point is that. No, he didn't throw a pick six. But my point is that he's blowing up their chances to win every single game. And I don't know what to do if you're the Titans. Your backup quarterback's, I think it's Mason Rudolph, but man, you have to draft a quarterback. It's just not good, or you have to go get one or something like that. Someone's serviceable because the Titans shouldn't be 0-3. They really shouldn't. And so, look, and that Titans under, look, I don't know what happened there. Again, when you're throwing pick sixes and all that crap like that, I mean, stuff happens, and defense is going to run the score up. I didn't know Malik Willis is going to actually be serviceable for more than 1 week. So, I mean, I thought I had a good read on that game. I guess not. Weird crap happened, and hey, maybe Malik's actually good. So, that being said, we're gonna go to my my boom or doom section, right? Because I don't want to just take people's like, oh, winners and losers, because that's like obvious. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make it a different name. So we gotta do the boom or doom. So my boom is I can't say boom with a straight face. My boom is the Vikings. Raise your hand if you would told me the Vikings were gonna be 3-0 after your first 3 games with Sam Darnold. Nobody except you, Zach, if you're listening. That I thought this team was gonna start 1-8. I said on the pod, I said this team is gonna start like 1-8. I don't get it. I guess Sam has genuinely like revived his career. I mean, I don't know what they do in San Francisco, but every time they make them, they just turn quarterbacks into the gold. I don't understand that, but hey, keeps working. So I mean, we're gonna keep betting with them. One thing I do want to look ahead a little bit to is that Packers and Vikings play this week, and I believe FanDuel, the line is it's at home for the Packers. It's 2.5. To me, that says Jordan Love is playing. That's what it tells me. It tells me Jordan Love is playing. That's tough. I don't know what I would take right there, but we'll think about that. But that's gonna be it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a physical game. But that being said, dude, Sam Darnold's kind of the him. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But we'll take it. Whatever. Another boom is the Steelers. Explain to me how you score like 4 offensive touchdowns and you have won 3 games. Justin Fields is actually like, I'm not saying he's not tearing it up back there, but with that being said, like he's got a good passer rating. He's not turning the ball over. He's not doing stupid crap. Like he's playing Steelers football. It's like, hey, we're gonna get 17 points and we're just gonna win. Like, I'm telling you, we are going to bet Steelers unders basically almost every week. And looking at the Steelers under this week is 39.5 against the Colts. I think that's free. I think that's free. But what does scare me too is a little look ahead too for them. It is Pittsburgh at the Colts plus 1.5. Oh, huh? Like, hello? That Pittsburgh should be favored, right? The public is all over Pittsburgh. And we might have to bet against Pittsburgh straight up. But we won't be taking the under right there. I can just tell you that right now. It's 39.5. Put it in the books. It's an under. Underplay 100%. And then we have the doom. I only put one thing down. I put Bengals WTF. We were supposed to be a Super Bowl team. And you're 0-2. I thought I capped the game well. And it just didn't work out that way. I didn't realize both of their D tackles would be missing. But I went look. 0-2, desperate, at home versus a defense that ain't good. Okay, let's be real. Commanders' defense is not good. Here's what I didn't know. I didn't know that Jaden Daniels would play like that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, the Bengals, I thought, are a good team. That defense is horrible. They can't stop. Well, they actually stopped the run, I will say. They stopped the run, but they couldn't stop Jaden Daniels in the air. I just don't know what happened. That defense is just not good. Because, look at it. They lost to the Patriots, which I'm like, all right, fluke game. You should have won against the Chiefs, let's be real. And then, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You lose to the Commanders. I guess they're not a playoff team. If you really if there's the stat about teams going 0-3, basically when you go 0-3, you don't make the playoffs, right? Like that's the thing. If you really wanted to bet, wow, the Cincinnati Bengals odds to make the playoffs, yes, is plus 122. That is way too low. That is way too. No is minus 150. But look, with that being said, they have a couple games to get back. Like they have easy games coming up, I believe. If we look at let's look at their schedule real quick. They have Panthers. Oh, they have Panthers, and then they have Ravens, Giants, Bengals. No, Giants, Browns, Eagles. Okay, no, they're not making the playoffs. All right, forget that bet. But look, I just don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to that team, and now you've wasted T. Higgins. He's gonna walk away in free agency, no deal, and you would have wasted him you could have traded him for a first round pick. So, look, with that being said, and there's also something I want to talk about, right? My Lions, right? Obviously, I'm part of One Pride, whatever you want to call it, Motor City Kitties. So people were talking about how like, oh, do the Lions look like a Super Bowl team? And so I looked at the comments and somebody said, "Does anybody look like a Super Bowl team?" And I kind of looked at that and I'm like, you know what? Anyone outside of Buffalo, nobody looks like a Super Bowl team right now. And again, I was so down on Buffalo. I said they wouldn't make the playoffs. Well, guess what? I'm wrong. So, with that being said, anybody who's not the Bills does not look like a Super Bowl team. You're telling me that Chiefs fans, yeah, sure, you're 3-0. I'm sure you ain't happy because you're losing. You're winning every game by the skin of your teeth. I mean, hey, that's what good teams do, right? I don't blame them. But with that being said, like nobody really looks like a Super Bowl team outside of the Bengals. Again, everyone's still kicking off the rust, whatever. If you want to tell me the Eagles do, I can understand that. But with that being said, I not a whole lot of teams look like Super Bowl caliber teams right now, and they will later on. Whatever. People are gonna win 6, 7, 8 in a row, whatever. But like nobody is really like that impressive. Like nobody outside of Bills are like just smashing teams and like all that. So look, hey, I'm excited for this week. I mean, we have very chippy games. This is the last week before we start getting buys. So the card, like the selection of games is going to shrink. Something I want to allude to, big word of the day, and I don't want to bet this game, but we just might have to, is Cowboys at the Giants. Giants are getting 4.5. Everyone and their mom is betting on the Cowboys. Everybody is betting on the Cowboys. And this is tough. Over under is 43.5. We might be betting the Giants, guys. And here's why. Look, Giants can run the ball. Like they ran all over. They ran all over the Browns. And look, Cowboys defense is not that good. Let's be real. Cowboys defense is not what they used to be. And let me see if I can. Let's pull up the Giants game here because I want to get this right. Danny Dimes, like at least stat wise, has looked really good the past 2 games. Like he's looked like a competent quarterback, and again, gonna be a spot that the Giants get completely blown up, absolutely. But again, I like betting on the public. Be like, oh, you're betting the Giants? I know the Giants haven't beat the Cowboys in like 10 years or whatever it is, but those are kind of my thoughts. I'll give y'all an episode tomorrow. We'll also do some like a power ranking because I've been saying we're gonna do it and I just forgot. So now that we have some like data points and whatever, we're gonna do a power ranking for real. So hey, with that being said, appreciate you guys listening. Notifications, Beating Bookies Podcast at Gmail for fan mail or whatever, so we can do like a mailbag kind of thing. But hey, with that being said, appreciate y'all listening and have a good day. All right.